Hello everyone. So, taking the bus, going somewhere, and I thought I would drive for a while and show you a little bit around of this city that we just came back to for a few weeks. So, Hakim is at home, she has another appointment, and I just thought, oh, I will go solo live. And I thought, why not showing the city that I've been living in for the past 9 years almost, and actually felt like home for a while. For a few years, it was my home, Seoul. And now we're going to share our feelings once we are back. What they say, like reverse culture shock, because we've been traveling for the past 2 years, backpacking mostly in Asia, but a little bit in Europe too. And well, I have to say, it feels like home, but yeah, just like you have things that you like and you don't like in your own country or in your own city. We have the same feeling here now. The good things are there, and the bad things are still there. I could make a list of things that we like. For example, the convenience. It's a very convenient country. It has anything and everything available anytime. And I like the thing that Seoul is kind of open city 24 hours a day, and you can do anything at any time. I mean, it's not only like partying or drinking or eating, but there's a lot of cafes to study at night, open 24 hours to study or to hang out, whatever. And I don't know, I like the feeling of a city alive, but at the same time, I feel a bit sorry for that people who has to work in night shifts, not having a proper life, going with a sun time, if that's a word. And yeah, I like the feeling of having a whole city for yourself to explore it. A lot of corners that you never been to, and it's a city with a lot of life, a lot of things going on that you never get bored. I never got bored of Seoul. We just left because we wanted to explore more places, but yeah, it's the place where there's always something for any kind of person. Whatever you like, sports. There's plenty of sports to practice. You like more light stuff. There's gatherings or conferences. Lots of things going on. You like to learn. There's plenty of places to study. Academies, institutions, plenty of universities. It's a very, very alive city. I would say the population is getting old, but to me, Seoul is a young city. It's very young, very active, and it has some contrast. It has contrast with people and the small businesses, like mom and pop businesses, who kind of struggle to survive next to these big corporations, big shopping malls, and all these big companies that one way or another, sooner or later, they buy out the small ones. And if you're a small company in Seoul, you probably might try to get bought by a bigger company and make the money out of it. And of course, big companies will try to absorb those small ones. And in a way, all the neighborhoods in Seoul, they are becoming like clones of others. So it's a bit hard to find a neighborhood with its own personality in Seoul. Of course, they have the personality, they have their origin, but it's a bit hard to find some neighborhood that you can identify by its looks, because in the end they are always the same kind of streets, the same kind of apartments and houses, and also the same kind of business. You see the Starbucks, the McDonald's, the Kimbap Changguk, the fast food chains, the clothing stores, all the stuff, they end up being the same. I know it's a global trend and you can see this in most of the cities, but I think in Seoul and all the Korean cities, it's even more. Even more. Like you go to some university area, you know exactly you will find samgyeopsal, like pork barbecue places, and fried chicken places, and karaoke. And it's a trend. When something gets popular, it spreads around all the city and other cities in Korea. And it's something that, I don't know, in a way it's good, because if you live in some place that you don't have that thing, you just need to wait, because eventually it will come. But at the same time, I don't like this idea of wherever neighborhood you go to visit or to explore, you might find the same things in the end. So yeah, the only things you will find differently are the shape of the streets, the kind of the geography. You might find some hilly flat ones, something like this. Also, I have to say that Seoul is becoming the bicycle-friendly city. I mean, apart from the hilly, it's a good place where I used to ride a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And it's okay. I think I'm connected again. I was some way the phone switched to Wi-Fi. No, 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 no. I have to be in. I have to be with the 4G, which is unlimited. So as I was saying, Seoul is a city very ready for cyclists, bicycle. By the way, hello everyone. If you're watching this, just write a comment, say hi. Where are you watching me from? I'm in Seoul and I'm going somewhere, and I thought, oh, I could show the city and share some of my thoughts of how this city changed in 2 years. It's been 2 years that I didn't come here, and I have to say it's pretty much the same with all the things I liked and all the things I don't like in this city. I was saying that most of the neighborhoods are very similar, very clones of themselves, and even Korean cities are clones of themselves. And also, I was saying, bike ready is Seoul because, um, well, I used to ride along the Han River, which is very long, and also a lot of bike shops and a lot of equipment that you can find anywhere. Yeah. Oh, sorry. To answer my therapy, there was 3:28 minutes up before this live chat. I can barely hear you. Wow, I'm using a microphone. But yeah, I'm in the bus, so it's a bit noisy. Could be. Excuse me for that. Sorry about the ad. Yeah, I didn't expect it would be this long. I hope it's worth this video. Um, I'm talking about Seoul and this area. I hope the sound is better now, and I don't know if there is much lag or delay on my talk. Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect. Now sound is okay. Perfect. So I think I'm in one chimney area right now. Yeah, you can see the bus at a subway station there. One chimney, which is a neighborhood I used to hang out a lot. And well, as I was saying, yeah, Seoul is some way bike ready in some parts. I would say there's not much education regarding bikes, and still you have find a lot of pedestrians invading the bike lanes, or even like delivery guys with their motorbikes not respecting the traffic signs and everything. It's not super well educated regarding traffic and how they say like road education is not big. Is that German accent? No, it's Spanish. Well, or Catalan. I don't know. Yeah, Catalan accent. I'm from Barcelona, but I lived my past 9 years, 8 years, nine almost, yeah, here in Seoul. And then we've been traveling. Live stream? Yeah, I don't know. I thought, hi Noe, how are you doing? I thought I would go live using this unlimited 4G, which is pretty good. I think the quality and there's not much lag. As I was saying, we were surprised to see how do you say these scooters, monopatin, no, patinete. These electric scooters that you can unlock with the ads, with the app, with your phone. We have already seen some neighborhoods, some areas where they have so many, especially Gangnam and the area of Konde, Kongguk. You find some. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. We tried one of these scooters rentals. Sorry, you will get tired of my face. I'm gonna show you outside. Yeah, I'll show you outside, and then I will hold the microphone like this. Maybe better. Yeah. So we tried one of these scooter rent things that you unlock with the phone. I recall it was 600 wons, which is a bit more than half a dollar. 600 wons to unlock it, and then 180 wons for every 10 minutes, if I'm not wrong. So we just wanted to try it. We think it's still very expensive. It might be very useful for people who, for that, how they say, last kilometer, to go from home to the station or from station to home when you commute. It's not a thing to play around, I think, because I don't know, the pedestrian sides are kind of crowded in many areas, especially in Gangnam. We could take it along the Olympic Park, and there was kind of a wide walking path, which is fine. But in many areas, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Yeah. Uh, I plans. 9 years in Korea. Yeah, I married on my fifth year, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, fifth year. Yeah. Well, not brave. I mean, I studied here for 2 years, and I liked it from the beginning. It was exciting, and as a young student, I think I was 25 or no, 26 or 27 years old when I came. So I kind of started my adult life here, working and everything. And I don't know, brave. No, I would say convenient, easy. Plus, back then there was like the economical crisis back in Europe, so I remember everybody was struggling finding jobs, and it was a hard moment to go back. So I decided I would try to find my life here and started working. And yeah, things went well so far. Well, so far no, because I started. No, no, but when we started traveling, we were in a good moment. Both were working, we were having a good life, but and we never got tired of Korea. It was nice, but we wanted to explore more the world. We wanted to travel to more places. We knew the world is full of nice countries and cities and places that you can visit and you shouldn't miss, right? And we were wondering if there is a better place to live than in Seoul. Yeah. Hola Gastón, ¿qué tal? Buenos días. Uh, yeah, as I was saying, like we weren't tired of living here in Seoul, but in a way we wanted to try living in other countries. Since I'm Spanish and Haekyung is Korean, uh, we wanted to experience some country that it wasn't our country. Yeah, and I think we knew already how was life here in Korea. We knew what to expect. We knew we were not gonna have children here, so and we are. It's not that we are planning to have children, but anyway. So we decided, yeah, let's travel more and let's see if there's places better to live than Korea. By the way, that bridge goes to Han River, which is pretty big river. The sky is a bit cloudy today. Yeah. Okay. I'm heading to Itaewon. I'm gonna do a medical checkup. Yeah. Don't want kids either, right? Seems like a bad movie. Yeah, like Parasite. I don't know if you watched that movie Parasite, but oh my, this class struggle in Korea. I guess if you're Korean, you understand more the movie. If you're not Korean, it's still a good movie to watch. Parasite, Kissing Chung. Um, yeah, we watched it a few months ago. Well, when it came out, around 2 months ago, I think. And yeah, I'm heading to some kind of hilly area. I think I'm gonna have to get off soon. Going to the hospital to the regular checkup because when you are traveling, it's not very good idea to stop to do a medical checkup in the hospital. But since we're in Korea and this is home, yeah. If your home, okay, plan says if your home becomes pregnant and you hold that baby in your arms the first time, you will change. Of course, I will change. If I have a baby, I would love it, love him, love her, but my life would change. And right now, I like my life as it is. I don't want to worry with one more thing. And I don't know. Yeah, that's not it. Korean is terrible for children. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you see people and kids struggle, kids and teenagers. I think they don't have a nice life. Maybe they look back and they would rather have grown in some other country because here it's really tough, man, really tough. I can't believe I had students. I used to work as a teacher, not for kids but teenagers, but yeah, teenagers and adults as well. And I remember, man, their whole life is just in the school, in the Hagwon. the institution, studying and sleeping, and well, of course they hang out, but that's like really, I don't know. There's a lot of pressure, and they have they feel forced to do everything. I guess kids are everywhere like that, but here it's way more. The pressure is insane. Yeah. Gaston, voy al hospital. I'm going to the hospital. I feel fine and everything. I'm not sick. I'm just doing a regular checkup, like yearly checkup, because every time I'm long enough in one of my two countries or home countries like Korea or Spain, I go check my health. And okay, let me check for a second if I have to get off soon or what. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, surprisingly, I'm healthy. After 2 years backpacking, I didn't have any major issue. We didn't get any sickness or disease from mosquitoes or like those tropical countries with a few things that we worry about. Now we are in the kind of heading towards Namsan, well, Itaewon, and well, the city seems a bit empty. Everybody's working or studying, of course. It is usually busier than this. Yeah. Gracias, Gastón. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Que tengas have a good week. Yeah, as I was saying, things that we don't like in Seoul are still here, like the consumerism. It's crazy. It's insane. The quantity. I was walking down the street, like a number of shops that, oh my god, it's too much competence and so many options that even as a consumer, it's a nightmare. There's too many things to choose, and well, I don't know. It's too much, I think. Oh, Nick, hi. No, you're not first today. Hey, plans. You know what I'm talking about, Ben, right? I don't know. I assume Japan might be similar regarding scores and school life. I haven't lived in Japan, but might be very similar, I think. Yeah. Más tips por si algún día vas. Okay, so I think you don't need many tips. I mean, it's very easy country to travel around. Most of tourist spots, you have English available, and the key in Seoul is to have a 4G, to have a smartphone with you. With a smartphone, you can go and do anything. I mean, if you're asking for a tip like, is it better cash or card? Just bring your card. Most of the places are encouraged, like card, paying with card. The only places you might use cash is maybe some traditional market or something like street food like that. But I don't know. I would say street food in Korea is, well, many people might say it's amazing, very good. I'm not a fan of street food in Korea. I like more Korean food in just normal places like small stalls, especially those 24 hours where you get your rice, your kimbap and things. Yeah, it's pretty good. And, well, Nick, what do you think of this city that you're going to be visiting very soon? It's a bit hilly here. The thing with Seoul is it's so big that you never have the feeling to have it completed. Like, I know this place, I know this place. There's always neighborhoods, there's always things booming, there's new projects going around. And that has two sides. One good side is that you never get bored of the city. There's always something new to explore, but at the same time, it's a bit disappointing because most of these places might be very similar to others. Kind of, as I was saying, some neighborhoods or some areas just copycat other ones. They don't try their own personality, and in the end, you see like a multiplied area that takes space, a lot of space in the city. Maybe you could say some newly developed areas, they look to other countries to get some inspiration, and you can see different style of buildings or parks or streets, but that's not like the general rule here in Korea, in the cities or in Seoul. I would say, see, that's what I was saying. Baskin Robbins, the typical franchises like Baskin Robbins or something fried chicken or Starbucks, the typical coffee shops, ice creams or drinks places, they have one store almost next to every subway station, plus more, plus others not near stations, of course. And it's crazy. I mean, you can expect to find your whatever favorite coffee or favorite ice cream parlor or burger place or even Korean food franchise. You can expect to find it as soon as you get off the subway. Just walk a few meters and you know, like this one, Paris Baguette. Yeah, this Paris Baguette is also everywhere, literally. I think it's even abroad. I think we saw it in, I'm not sure, maybe in Singapore or some other countries in Asia. And maybe even in Paris. No. Well, I think I saw some news that they were opening one in Europe, but it's quite different from European style bakery. See, this is where you need cash. Those street stalls, well, it's actually a shop, but they occupy the whole street there with some fruits, fresh veggies. Interesting. And also you have a lot of, I don't know why so many, but a lot of phone stores, you know, places to buy the phone, to make your data plan. But there are so many that I thought it's impossible that all these places have enough customers and money to hold themselves. It's crazy. You could that guy just tripped on the other guy. I don't know if you saw that. The guy. Oh man, it's crazy. Okay, just 1 second to check if I'm near. Okay, seems I'm reconnected. Where am I at the moment? Okay, oh, I missed a lot of the chat. Oh. Okay. Damn. I missed the chat, it wasn't coming. Okay, here. Okay, I missed when Noe was saying, still not as bad as Hong Kong. Yeah, Hong Kong is also crazy. And super tall buildings in Hong Kong. Small apartments high as the sky. Crazy. Okay, 3-year-old kids take interviews to enter schools before school starts. Oh man, if that's not insane, tell me what's insane. Weather in Korea is a bit gray, the sky is a bit gloomy because we just had a typhoon this weekend, and I don't know, I hope it gets sunny during this week at some point. Yeah. And Plans is saying, my brother eat Korean from street food. It was Reds. Oh, come on. What is that? Really? I don't know. Hard to believe. It's also very gloomy today here in Sydney. The traffic jam. Yeah, well, traffic is something you can expect anywhere in. Just sorry, my connection just went off. Not as much as poverty as in the Philippines. Yeah. I haven't been to the Philippines, but Korea, for being an Asian country, I mean, we've been to other Asian countries and you see poverty here. It's not that much, or it's a bit covered, you know, it's all together in some same neighborhood. I could take you to some areas where you see it's really poor, but it's not, it's hard to find, let's see. We can say, yeah. Very boring typhoon. Yeah, it was pretty boring. It was just some rain and wind and destruction on Saturday, but beside that, it wasn't that amazing. Yeah, I like green areas. I like when Seoul make these kind of green areas and big parks. And I don't know why they started putting this kind of umbrella there. Maybe when it's in summer super sunny, they just open so people don't have to wait on the sun like direct. Because it's not the first one I see. I see a few. And Noe, do you know what is this umbrella for? I mean, they are kind of fixed next to traffic lights for people. Okay, plans. No worries. We all can talk about food. I mean, yeah, I heard things about rats in McDonald's and stuff, but we all know. Anything can be true, but we need to contrast and need to confirm. Anyway, summer can be brutal. Those umbrellas help. Okay, so they really open them on sunny days. Okay, that's it. Well, you might wait. I mean, you might wait under the shade, but then when you walk, it's really sunny. Now I understand why those teenagers or even adults carry those small fans right next to their faces, because it really helps. But I always saw it as something I would never do. It feels a bit ridiculous to hold a small fan in your face. I don't know. Oh man, these apartments. See, this is what I don't like. All the apartments look smaller, and even inside, you cannot tell if you're in Seoul. No, I mean, what area in Seoul? I don't know. I'm from Barcelona, and you can tell them they're too long, and I know more than I know Seoul. Maybe you ask someone from Seoul, and they can tell you, "Oh yeah, this house is in Namsan, or this house is in South or in North." But I don't think so. I think the apartments are very similar. Or okay, I need to check one more time. I need to check where I'm at. Sorry to disappear for 1 second. I have to check if I'm on the right way to get up soon or not, because I think I never came here to this hospital by bus. I mean, at least with this bus. Yeah. Yeah. Noi, where are you planning to go? What would be a country that attracts you enough to go and still be near Seoul? I think Southeast Asia has a lot of possibilities. Southeast Asia, I mean, Vietnam or Thailand or we loved Kuala Lumpur. No, not Kuala Lumpur. We loved Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur, I felt all the bad things I know about Seoul, I felt them in Kuala Lumpur. Like distances are so big, and the worst thing, you need a car. You really need a car because transportation is not that good, and the city is huge. Even population-wise, it's not that big, but the city is huge, and you need a car to go around. Really, it's not convenient, and public transportation might be good in downtown, but in some areas, maybe you don't need to go to that areas. But we stayed in some place where you really need a Grab, which is cheap, but still. Thank you, plants are my therapy. It's exciting to ride along with you. I almost have anxiety about getting lost. Thank you, yeah. I like to transmit exactly the same feelings to the viewers. Ah, you mean Gyeonggi-do? I thought out of Korea, sorry. Hello, Money Explorers. Saludos, ¿qué tal? I'm just... Oh, yeah, this cold brew. You see this commercial here, this guy? This is a big trend here in Korea, the cold brew coffee. I don't know. You can tell when there's something in Korea, some new trend that is booming. It's booming for real. It's everywhere, and everybody goes crazy with that. And all the companies invest a lot promoting that new products or new trends. And I don't know. It's in a way funny, but you can get tired of all these new trends, and nothing authentic, nothing like stable. Yeah. Ah, okay. I just realized there's a sign where I can read the stop. I can get off. I can read Korean. After 9 years, shame on me if I cannot read Korean. I learned Korean during my first and second year here. It kind of went up when I started dating Haekyung, and when we started living together, it went down. I mean, we use English for our daily life. And at my work, I was working as a teacher, so I barely had to speak Korean. So my Korean is a bit kind of lost. Well, not lost, but forgotten a little bit. Yeah. Koreans all buy the same stuff. Yeah, that's why I like Koreans who are a bit different, a bit more unique, or have their own personality, or have their own choices. These are very interesting Koreans, the ones I met that don't follow that general rule and trend. These are very interesting people. So yeah, if I wasn't clear, I read Korean. I can read Korean. The funny thing is, you might be able to read, but most of the times you don't know the meaning of the word. Well, maybe I can know the meaning of the word, but it's hard to catch like a full text. Yeah. My wife tried to learn Korean because she likes Korean soaps. Ah, that's a I would say that's a global trend too. We met a lot of people in Southeast Asia going crazy for Korean, learning Korean because of the K-dramas and also the K-pop. The music is, I think they played it very well. All the K-wave, which it wasn't that big 10 years ago, and there was a wave, and there was already the word K-wave. The Hallyu, in Korean it's called Hallyu, and they played it very well. I think they used it as a brand for the country, since there's not much history or tradition, which there is, but compared to the neighbor countries like China and Japan, Korea historically has not much to offer for tourists. I mean, things that you can see. There's a lot of history, but there's not many historical buildings to go or places to appreciate tradition. So I think they played very well the K-pop or the contemporary culture part with all the dramas and selling an idea of this city and the city and the whole country in general of this shining and beautiful place, and that attracts a lot of Southeast Asians. A lot of Southeast Asians just because of the dramas, because of those TV series and some movies. But movies are a bit more independent, I would say. But because of all these dramas, they show really a country, a dream country, with all these pretty people everywhere and that fancy music and all these colors. And then some of the, I think they call K-poppers, well, the K-pop fans, some of them, they come here and they have a big disappointment with the city. I mean, unless you go to that area full of karaokes and buskers or musicians or street dancers, unless you go there, the city is quite plain. I mean, it's not as exciting as it shows on the dramas. But, well, I have to say I don't watch dramas. ¿No has visto mis vídeos en español, verdad? Jaja, hablo sobre todas las cosas malas. Sí, I visto. I saw some. Not all the videos, but I saw a few. And yeah, I like those kind of friends. I mean, we have to praise things, but we can criticize also, right? I mean, people don't like foreigners telling bad things about your country. But if you live enough in a country, I think you're allowed and maybe even encouraged to tell not only good things, but also bad things. Like, okay, it's not because you're a foreigner and you didn't adapt to this country. 안녕하세요. 김태유리. 어디 가세요? I'm going 이태원 가요. 지금 그냥 병원, like a regular checkup. People need to know it's not perfect. I think people are aware that it's not perfect, but they don't like to be reminded it's not perfect especially by foreigners. Like, how the hell you come here to my country and tell me that this is wrong or this is bad? I already know. But, especially Koreans, they don't like to criticize things or to confront. I would say to confront, to say something is bad. There's a lot of white lies and a lot of false praising. That it's one of the things I don't like from Korea, that everything seems too nice and too clean, but then you go to the back door and you see all the trash, With Haekyeong, no. With Haekyeong, no. Haekyeong goes to the dentist in a while, so I'm going by myself, and I think I'm not lost yet, I think. Yeah. See, this is a good one. This kind of 7-Eleven, okay, it's everywhere, but with a small terrace and the umbrellas, this is like... yeah. I think I'm arriving pretty soon. I will see the stop there pretty soon. Yeah. Kim Tae-yuri, where are you watching us from? Are you in Seoul? By the way, I'm gonna show you now something that you will be surprised. This is my T-Money card, okay? And this is more than 10 years old. This is the first one and only T-Money card I use, transportation card, to move around, to pay the bus and the subway, and even some taxis and or maybe all the taxis, I'm not sure. Taxis and convenience stores and everything. So this card, I just had it. Exactly, it was made, you can see here, maybe you can see it, 2009, March. I bought it probably July when I first came here. And still working, yeah. Many people use the phone to pay or to enter your door on your apartment. People also there was a time where they had the hanger on the phone, like a small toy, like a small figure hanging on the phone. 휴대폰 거리, yeah. And some of them used to be with the NEF, right? NEF chip to pay close distance, the subway and things. But since the smartphones, I think no more people have this, because of course you have it in the smartphone and nobody's hanging things on the phone. You just have a big phone case, but no more 휴대폰 거리, right? Yeah. So I think I'm about to arrive. Paris Croissant Cafe. Ooh, the traffic is a bit too big here. Heavy traffic, yeah, one of the bad things in Korea. I would never drive here in Korea. Well, in Seoul, of course, outside Seoul, probably it's fine. and traffic is not as crazy. But in this city, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Yeah. Oh, of the next stop. So, yeah, I guess in 5-6 minutes, I will have to stop this live stream. You have questions or any comment? It's nice to hang out like this. I mean, I usually like to show my face. Not that I like it, but it's more engaging to see the face of the speaker or the live streamer. But since I'm moving around and I see different landscape, I like that you see what I see. It's cool. You can see all the buses here, all the elevated highways, apartments. We are in a kind of, we're going to some kind of posh area. It's the, Haekyung is at home or on her way to the dentist. She has a visit to the dentist, regular visit. Everything is fine. We are all good, but, you know, gotta check up. And yeah, this Hanam-dong near Itaewon is kind of posh area, kind of expensive, fancy, and it's expats. It's expats area, lots of expats there. It's kind of not downtown, but kind of near, not far from downtown. It's just south of Namsan, and it's an area famous for, yeah, as I said, expats and foreign food restaurants, and also there's so many embassies and consulates for other countries. So the neighborhood where you see all these neighborhoods, all these consulates and embassies of other countries, it's kind of upscale, you can say. Yeah. I guess it's a bit like that in every country. Like usually consulates and embassies are in a bit more fancy and high class areas like this here. And yeah. How is it going? Okay, Noe. See you next time. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm arriving to this soon. What's the name? Well, it doesn't matter. Thanks for approving my filming decision. Yeah. No, I'm not going to party. You know what? I didn't party much in Itaewon. It's train cheaper versus bus or same? I think it's same. They even have the ticket together that you can take bus and subway one after each other, and it's the same. It just goes by distance, so it depends on how far you go. Then it's going to be a different price. But I think I'm paying 1,200 won for this bus trip. No, maybe it was a little, maybe 100 or 50 cents. 51, a bit more expensive, the bus, because maybe I was going more around or taking transfer or something like that. Yeah. Gangnam, a real place? Gangnam, you mean Gangnam? Or real place? Yes. If you're asking about Gangnam, plants are my therapy. If you're asking, like that song, yeah, that song by Psy, yeah, it's a real Gangnam. Gangnam literally means south of the river. Okay, Nam means no, Hangang, Gangnam. Yeah, Gang is river, and Nam is south, and it's the neighborhood that you have right below the river, and it's a posh neighborhood. There's a lot of like how to say, international brands there, and it's kind of high. Yeah, it's the state there is expensive, and there's party area, which is maybe the most expensive party area compared to Itaewon or compared to Hongdae, and Oppa Gangnam Style, exactly. So yeah, I would say it's come. I heard someone saying like it's kind of the Beverly Hills of Seoul. Yeah, maybe economically it's the same, but physically it doesn't look like that at all. It's just, I mean, it's hard to say you're in Gangnam or not. If you're in Gangnam Station, the subway station, you can tell because the Samsung headquarters is there. And I need to get up. 1 second. Messy because I have my umbrella here. All right. Cool. Now we can walk. Hope I don't get lost because it's been a while. And I don't know if I'm on the right way. Bye, boss. So yeah, Gangnam. Gangnam is very posh, and you can tell. And yeah, where celebrities hang out mostly, or maybe even where they live. If they don't live, yeah, well, celebrities can live all around, but I could guess that many celebrities live there too. Yeah. Okay, let me check the map because I'm not sure if I'm on the right direction. Thank you. Okay, sorry for disappearing again. YouTube could fix this. They should be make it available on the phone if you are in a different app that still streams. No? What do you think? All right. So yeah, I'm on the right way now. So yeah, thank you for joining. It was nice hanging out, and I hope you learned a bit more about Seoul, this amazing city that doesn't leave you indifferent, I would say. It's a very special city. Okay, plans saying, I will stay until the end, but I wanted to let you know in case the connection is lost. Yeah, I hope the connection doesn't get lost because, you know, Korea, especially Seoul, it's one of the countries with most connectivity regarding internet. I think 98, last time I checked, it was 98 of the territory, 98% of the land has internet coverage, like data, 4G, I think. And they even have now some 5G in some areas, I think, which is pretty amazing. But not the phones. Phones are not, I mean, not everyone has a 5G phone. I need to show you this. This is very interesting area. But as I was saying, the brands here are all the same. Joe's, Tteokbokki, and then the Talcum coffee. This is international now. I think we saw some of that in Manila. I have to cross. And what else? Yeah, PC. That's a PC bank, like an internet cafe where mostly teenagers play games online. League of Legends. Here is where professional players are born. You know, they play a lot and then they become superstars. What else do we have here? I kind of like this street because it has trees. Not many streets in Seoul have trees like this all along. There's a lot of glasses shop and lens. I mean, Korean love lens. And even sometimes glass out the glass. But that's a global trend, I think, too. Starbucks, as I was saying. You know, one thing I like from Japan, you said you're Japanese, right? One thing I like from Japan are the size of the cars, which are a bit more narrow than Koreans. Koreans like to show off with a big car in general. Japan, I don't know, I mean, being the land as limited as it is, it would make sense to drive smaller cars, like in Japan. But I don't know. If someone knows why, I would like to know why Japan has this, like this size. Yeah, as I was saying, when you buy a car in Korea, it has to be big. There's barely people buying utility cars, you know, like small cars just to move around to commute. I guess the commuting system is good enough. Okay, I'm gonna cross the street now. And I think I have to end my streaming here. Because the traffic is getting crazy and I have to do my visit. All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining. You live in Hawaii. What a nice place. Someday I want to visit there. Okay, I wonder how you got to see this live stream. I mean, did you search for it or you already subscribed to the channel? Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy our videos. We have more coming soon. South India and other series from other travels. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. See you next time. I'm out.
Okay.
See you next time.